Some moments transcend highlights or trophy-winning teamwork.
I'm speechless. It's been years of blood, sweat, and tears for all of us, but it's truly magical to be here. Thank you.
They go beyond executing seemingly impossible plays and wowing the crowd.
Thank you guys. You guys have been my brothers for the past 3 years, and you mean so much to me, and this means so much to me. So thank you.
Some moments carry with them the weight of a life's work, and the eventual relief that comes with risking it all for a dream realized. It's hard to craft an esports origin story without uttering the name HotshotGG. The owner and founder of Counterlogic Gaming helped will the North American League of Legends scene into relevancy. But once he found his dreams for the region realized, the winning stopped all too quickly.
Team SoloVid have done it. They are in the championship game.
Look at them now.
Dexter, equally so.
Crushed at this point. The storied history between these teams. How long CLG has been aching to knock TSM off of their pedestal.
Hotshot started CLG as a way to build off the success of his stream.
GG, son.
He wanted to unite League of Legends players into an online community centered around one name. It was through that community that the original CLG lineup was formed.
Initially, I wanted Counterlogic Gaming to be more of a community than a team. And me, along with my co-founder Voodoo, we built a website for Counterlogic Gaming. It wasn't a team, we didn't have a team associated with it. It was just supposed to be a community for like fans of my stream and people that just like League of Legends to go congregate and talk about it and interact.
For Hotshot and the competitive League of Legends community, this was the beginning of what would come to epitomize the esports dream.
So initially it was really a gamble because a lot of us were doing it out of passion and there was actually almost no revenue streams. So there was a point in time where it cost more to travel to Cologne for ESL's events than it did to win third place. So you had to place second or first to actually get your money back for traveling like all the way from North America to Cologne.
He dropped out of school to chase gaming as a lifestyle. He invested everything he had into an organization that he believed in.
I've never regretted leaving school to play League of Legends competitively. You know, I look back and I see my friends, you know, some of them are in school doing what their parents want them to do, doing what they don't really enjoy, and I'm fortunate enough to travel the world, do what I want to do, work how I want to.
And he hoped to eventually legitimize this career path, not just for himself, but for everyone at CLG.
So the most important thing to me is not people driving fancy cars and not having like, you know, ridiculous lifestyles and signing huge endorsement deals. What's most important to me is minimizing player burnout while maximizing player efficiency. So being able to make this people's careers for a long period of time is what I'm most passionate about, and helping them develop and grow themselves.
CLG was one of the first big organizations in League of Legends and helped to set the benchmark for professional esports in the West. But as the NA LCS hit its stride and League of Legends quickly became the world's most popular game, CLG and HotshotGG had a new hill to climb.
A really big reason why I did start Team TSM was to beat CLG. The rivalry was a really big deal at the start because it was just purely obvious that you know, I did not like CLG and I did not like Hotshot. It was just purely based on the fact that we just didn't get along.
One of esports' biggest rivalries became defined by TSM's frequent victories.
Team SoloVid have done it. They are in the championship game. They will be playing tomorrow, and that was a great turnaround series.
CLG lost to TSM in playoffs in both the Season 3 Summer Split and the Season 4 Spring Split.
What brings out the rivalry is the people around it. Hotshot and Reginald, they've been bashing heads since forever.
For Hotshot, conquering his dreams started to become less about just making it in esports and more about proving himself in an environment more competitive than ever. To do that, he needed to show that CLG wasn't just an early influence on the scene, but a talented and still relevant team that could beat their biggest rival when it actually counted. At the beginning of 2015, CLG signed Xmithie and Zion Spartan to reshape the team's roster. They started with a 7-1 run during the spring split and finished 12-6, but were once again disappointed after being swept in the quarterfinals by Team Liquid.
Team Liquid takes down CounterLogic Gaming to move on.
The team then signed Pobelter and reshaped their coaching staff to make a run at the summer split. With Zion Spartan, Xmithie, and Pobelter joining Doublelift and Afromoo that year, there were no roster-related excuses left. It was time for CLG to show up. CLG started the summer split in first place overall after just 4 weeks, but they would then proceed to drop down to 5th after losing 4 consecutive matches. CLG finished the split 13-5, tied with Team Liquid for the top spot in NA, and 2 wins ahead of TSM. It felt like it could be CLG's year, and Hotshot's as well.
If CLG beats TSM, I think TSM fans are going to be real salty. So it'll kind of add a spark to the fire.
TSM versus CLG, what more could you really ask for? In this series, I really hope it delivers.
It has to deliver. I can't even begin to describe how crazy it is to have these two teams meet back up in Madison Square Garden. I've lived through this rivalry for over 5 years, and knowing these players for that long and how much each of these players want it, it's intense.
CLG entered the summer finals looking to set the tone and show TSM that it was going to be different this time around. Zion Spartan set the crowd off with a Yasuo pick during the draft.
Not any longer.
Whoa! Victor Yasuo locked in.
And CLG looked fired up when the teams hit the rift. They jockeyed for position in Game 1, but CLG were the ones landing the actual kills. Things looked good, but the CLG faithful were still holding their collective breath until Pobelter and Doublelift made a stand.
See if he can help the team.
That's a big
Winter's
bite onto Bjergsen. 3-man shockwave. Where's the answer? TSM is not in the right position to get the attacks on the priority targets. It's CLG that's able now to push them right over in their own command shockwave engage. Zion Spartan and Doublelift cleaning up the crew. The janitorial duty onto Dyrus. That's going to go over to Pobelter. No, it's a triple kill for Doublelift.
CLG completely cleans house, and it all started with the Braum Q onto Bjergsen. When that happened, the rest of CLG piled on.
Turtle goes down, Doublelift with another one. Game 1 coming up 39 minutes in. Very convincing from CounterLogic Gaming.
Aim 2 featured more of the same from CLG, setting the tone early and relying on their team fighting skills to win the game.
He gets an ultimate, not against the wall. TSM actually blows a few summoners to get into the right position to be in the right spot. That kill going to them, but Dyrus has also fallen. That's going to be Pobelter going down. Way too close now for CLG. Triple kill for Turtle, looking for the Quadra. Not going to get it that time. It's a triple for Doublelift. He's looking for Bjergsen. That's a kill! That's a kill!
CLG were 1 game away from being on top of North American League for the first time in the history of one of the game's most storied franchises.
Who would have thought CLG would be up 2-0 in the NA LCS Summer Split Finals? Just under a year ago, they were 1 game away from being relegated against Curse Academy. How far this team has come from that moment till now.
CLG started the 3rd game in the same way they had the rest of the series, with smart and careful play. They wanted to fight late. It was just about getting there.
They give a little assurance to Team Solo Mid that they can hang out for a bit. Xmithie does have the chrono break to get into a good situation, but his Shadow's now still inside, so he can fight. Afromoo going salami, tanking that turret. He knows he goes down. He's letting the team fight, just tanking the turret completely, knowing CounterLogic Gaming is stronger. The double kill, the triple kill now coming in for Pobelter. Doublelift's gonna clean one up. 40 seconds on the clock, boys. And
the faithful shall be rewarded. CLG take the inhibitor, they're gonna take the Nexus darts, and they're gonna take a trip to Worlds.
This is gonna be it. Counter Logic Gaming fighting every season since there has been one, and now taking down Team Solo Mid at Madison Square Garden to be your 2015 Summer Split Champions.
For CLG and HotShot, this moment still stands at the forefront of the club's legacy.
I've got to come to you because this has been a long time coming for you, your organization, and your team. How does it feel to know that you can hold this trophy high above your head proudly for the first time with all of these guys up here on stage?
I mean, I'm speechless. It's been years of blood, sweat, and tears for all of us. Sorry, my throat's shot. But it's truly magical to be here. Thank you.
Much deserved cheers and standing ovation from the crowd. Now turning to the team, you know, this has been a dream of yours, but to have been able to make it with all of these guys here and have them be a part of it, now you're standing here on stage with them and you're gonna get to celebrate it. What does that mean? What would you like to say to these guys that helped make your dream come true?
No, thank you guys. You guys have been my brothers for the past 3 years, and you mean so much to me, and this means so much to me, so thank you.
This speech, in which one of the founding fathers of competitive League of Legends broke down in front of thousands of viewers around the world, was not just about HotShot and CLG. It was the real-life culmination of a dream shared among millions of gamers. It was proof that if you drop everything and put it all on the line to pursue your dreams, one day you could feel like HotShot on that stage. Thanks for watching. If you want more great content just like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button.